Hi everyone, I'm Anna Anders here on the YouTube channel, the Facebook video channel, and I'm also on Twitter. However, my social media platforms have been sabotaged and unlinked from each other, so I have to update them, and I apologize for that, but I'm going to try and stay on it. But back to what I was talking to, this goes back to our world needs us and our world needs us now. This is the third, no, I'm sorry, I take that back. This is the fourth video to that video sessions that I was trying to do humbly. And I was talking specifically about Terry Curley from Northern Arizona, Flagstaff, Arizona, where I used to live. Today I live currently in corrupt Cleveland, Ohio, with my family, my beautiful, so beautiful family. But what I was talking about with Terry Curley, his other half works for Northern Arizona University. And I know for a fact that Northern Arizona University has been Zog infested and infiltrated, and it now has become a pro-war mongering university. And I know that for a fact. And what I want to say about Terry Curley, a friend of ours, specifically, is that he was working with his significant other, who is actually employed by Northern Arizona University, and her job was to go across country and to talk to people and to share the preservation of indigenous languages. And so what I was trying to say in the earlier video was simply that Northern Arizona University cut out the funding to pay for Terry Curley's plane ticket. And he had called me. He had called me and said, Anna, I need help, and I don't know why they're doing that, but they are, and I don't have the funds to pay for this plane ticket, and I want to go with my significant other. So I said, come on over, Terry, and see what we can do. And so we did. We helped him, and we helped to buy that plane ticket for him. But my whole point is this. Northern Arizona University gives me the creeps these days because they dragged in, oh God, help me. Oh geez. Amy Goodman from Democracy Now! Yeah, and so Amy Goodman is a shill, you guys. She's a shill. She's a Zionist shill prostitute reporter who never failed to do her job. She failed to do her job. Amy Goodman failed to do her job on 9/11/01. Right at ground zero. Her radio station stationed right at ground zero. So she failed to report the truth about the events of 9/11/01. And to tell the truth, okay, that those buildings were blown up. And we're talking about the North Tower, South Tower, less than 12 seconds. And then WTC-7, which is the smoking gun of 9/11. WTC-7, which is the smoking gun of 9/11. 47-story high building that went down in the World Trade Center complex at 5:20 p.m. And no plane ever hit that building. That was an implosion. WTC-7 imploded on its own footprints when it went down. And you can go to AE911truth.org. Richard Gage founded that site. It's a website of engineers. And Richard Gage specifically is from, I believe, the Bay Area. So, but I had the pleasure of meeting him in Phoenix, Arizona, once upon a time. Once upon a truther time, if you will. So, yes, I'm very interested in the events of 9/11, but I'm also really interested in these colleges and how they are spreading out false knowledge and dividing and corrupting, causing division, actually, in, like, for example, with Terry Curley, with what they did to him. But yet they brought in Amy Goodman to speak to the general public in Flagstaff, Arizona. If Flagstaff only knew the truth, and the truth is we all are being lied to, and the truth is Flagstaff has been infested and infiltrated with Zionist-occupied government situations. And that's because the uranium mines are so close in proximity that these guys, these globalist 1% parasitical elite bankster thugs, gangster thugs, have been trying to control things and manipulate it. And so that's what they do. And they own the book industry, like I said in the previous videos. They own the magazines. They own Hollyweird. They own all the media outlets. They actually are great at causing bait and switch games to people, okay, and sabotaging people. They're really great at that one. They did it to our family. I mean, they covered up the evidence of the Cleveland abduction story times 10 years. Hi everyone, I'm Anna Anders on this YouTube channel, but I'm also Anna Anders, a family member to a person that was missing. My cousin Nancy, her daughter Gina De Jesus, was missing for over 10 years. For over 10 years, she was abducted in the custody of Ariel Castro, and our corrupt government knew that. They had Ariel Castro's license plate number within 48 hours. Within 48 hours. So you tell me how you would feel about all that if it was your sacred family member. You would be speaking out too. I'm humbly Anna Anders here on this YouTube channel, and what else do I want to say? You know, people, we need to be smart. We need to be so smart. We have smart technology, our smartphones, but we're acting really stupid. I mean, politically speaking, and just as a constituent and as a country in and of itself. I mean, we need to examine how badly we have been lied to in terms of culturally, economically, corporately, in terms of politically, religiously. It's all woven together. We've all been sucked in and sucked into this giant global mess of historical lies, and that's what it is. So, and we need to realize that, because God gives us a factual brain. We need to realize it with our brain and our real eyes, all the real lies. So I'm going to be posting a couple videos on my wall. Last night I watched a video about the Vatican. I know for a fact that the corrupt Vatican was involved with setting up Israel. Pope John Paul II. Had to be Pope John Paul II because they poisoned Pope John Paul I. He was not going to go along with what they wanted to do. And that was to switch the banking industry of the Catholic Church from nonprofit status to for-profit status. So they switched over from nonprofit to Chase Manhattan Bank. And so Chase Manhattan Bank is also linked to the events of 9/11 as well. Also, Pope John Paul II was best friends with Jerzy Kluger. So that's why Pope John Paul II stood up in the holy grounds of